been a while, so I wanted to stop by and say hello. And also tell you about a little project that I did that was a labor of love, or hate. Maybe a little bit of both. I'm sitting at my kitchen table, which is a 20-year-old table. And about 5 years ago, when Mackenzie was done with school, I decided I needed a new table because she was an art major and a lot of her projects got done at this kitchen table, and quite honestly, it was a hot mess, y'all. So about 5 years ago, I looked around for a new kitchen table set, and I could not find one that I liked. Found some chairs that I liked, and I bought those. And I thought, I will just redo the table because I liked the table and try and make it match the chairs. Well, that was 5 years ago, and for 5 years, I've had mismatched chair and table. But you know what? I just didn't have the time to work on it. So somehow I thought I had the time now. I don't know why I thought that, because I picked the week before a birthday party that we were having for my son, which was a surprise, and I was very busy. And I wasn't sleeping because, menopause. So I was very tired. But there was a nice day. Otis and I dragged the table out onto the deck. I had already painted the legs, sanded the legs, painted them, turned out beautiful. Took me a long time and a lot of Home Depot paint swatches to find a color that I thought matched well, but I did it and it looked wonderful. So then it was time to do the top part, and I wanted to stain that. So I had to sand that really well, like get it down to the original finish. And it took me all day, y'all. It was a project. You start out with, a heart. Okay, gotta let Lucy in real quick. You start out with sandpaper that's really rough, and you slowly take it down to a very fine one till you get it to feel like a baby's bottom, like a little baby butt. It was nice and smooth. It looked naked, like naked wood. It was good. Then I had to wait 3 days to stain it because the can said you need ventilation, and it rained, and I couldn't have the windows open. So finally I had a nice day, and I was excited to get my table stained. So I got all prepped, put plastic under the table. At this point, it was in my kitchen. I couldn't do it outside because of the pollen, y'all. I didn't want pollen stuck in my stain. And I get the stain open, and I stir it, and I get my cloth, and I'm all ready to go. And so I start to put it on the table, and I'm like, well, this is pretty, but it's not as dark as I thought it would be. It's kind of, I don't know, just making the wood look like it's wet. Well, y'all, I picked up the can of polyurethane instead of the can of stain. I was so upset with myself. Luckily, I just did not even a quarter of the table. I had just started. Maybe about 6 inches of the table was done. And I looked at it and I was like, oh, good grief. I popped my gloves off, which was a mistake, by the way. And I went right into the laundry room, to the tub, the sink tub thing, to rinse out my brush. Now, I'm used to water-based paints, y'all. This was not water-based. And don't you know, I stuck my hand right in there to try and clean the brush, and it was a goopy, globby mess. I thought I had mineral spirits. I did not. And my hand, y'all, I washed it about 5,762 times, feeling like I was trying to get that polyurethane off, and it was a disaster. I tried lemon juice and baking soda. I was looking up everything. It was a mess. But I finally got myself squared away. I had to stain that part of sand. I had to sand that part of the table. Luckily, I could do it in the kitchen because it wasn't a big spot. So I thought, okay, please let this work. And it did. I sanded it, looked like the rest of the table. We were good to go. Got the stain this time, and I stained the table. And when I was done, it looked a hot mess. Blotchy, just spots all over the place. It did not look good, y'all. I was so sad. So sad. So I went to Mr. Google and I was like, why does my stained table look blotchy? And they said that if you have soft wood, it can look that way, and that you should wood condition it first. So guess what I had to do? I had to drag my table back out on the deck and sand all of that stain off of it. It didn't take me as long as the first time, but it took a while. So I got it all done, brought it back in the house, went to the Home Depot, got me some mineral spirits, and some wood conditioner. I thought, okay, I can do this. So it said to go against the green and then rub it with the green with a cloth. So that's what I was doing. It was going well. And all the videos I saw put the stain and the polyurethane and everything in a little like solo plastic cup. So that's what I did with the wood conditioner. And I got the one side of the table done, I got the leaf of the table done, and I was on the other side, and I kept seeing these drips, and I was like, y'all, I am being so careful with this paintbrush. I don't know where these drips are coming from. What am I doing wrong? And then all of a sudden, the wood conditioner started pouring out of the cup. Y'all, it ate a hole in my cup. It ate a hole in the cup, and it started pouring out onto my lovely painted leg on the one side, and it very quickly ate the paint off the leg, so I gotta redo that. And I was like, oh no. Luckily I had a cloth. Luckily I was wearing gloves, because y'all, you read these cans and it's like, if you touch this or if you smell this, you will die. So you gotta be careful, y'all. So I got the cloth, and luckily there wasn't that much in the cup, so it wasn't too terrible. I was able to mop it all up with the cloth, paint the rest of it on there, and then let it dry. Then I was able to stain it. The stain turned out good. Then I was able to polyurethane it, and that turned out good. Little trial and error, but I think it turned out okay, y'all. I'm going to post pictures on Facebook. If you're my friend, I want you to tell me it's the most beautiful table you've ever seen, even if it's the most hideous table you've ever seen, okay, y'all? I give you permission to lie to me, because let me tell you, this took days and days of effort, and my menopause brain just was not cooperating with me. And like I said, it was a labor of love and hate. So, y'all, I hope you like my table, but if you don't, just tell me you do. I hope you're all doing well. Stay cool out there, because it's awfully hot, and I will see you later. Bye!